Thank you to our patrons for helping make this podcast possible. So I'm like a turkey if a turkey was eating.
Welcome back to Void FM. It's your boys, Rav and Kill Bill the Rapper. What's going on, Bill?
Ain't much, man. Actually, a whole lot, man. What's going on with you, though? I need to know what's going on with you. You.
Well, what's going on is we're recording this episode weeks ahead of time. By the time this episode is out, our album, Keep the Change, will have already come out. But at the time of recording this, the single hasn't even come out, let alone the album. So we don't know how the people are going to react to it. But we're very excited. Yeah. So we're recording this weeks ahead of time because I'm about to be moving back to the States. At the time that this episode is out, I'm probably back in the States, which is crazy.
Yeah, it feels you're now looking at the past. I guess technically speaking, you're always watching the past with a podcast unless it's live, but this is even more in the past.
This is the last time I'm recording in this environment.
Oh shit, that's crazy. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, album's out now. The single's been out for a week. Obviously, Billboard number 2, maybe 1. You know,
I assume that's about right. It's got to be about right.
Fantano gave his first 11 for this album, which is been waiting on it. Shout outs Fantano for giving us
the animation will have probably come out by now as well.
Oh yeah, a little claymation moment. Yeah,
it's not even finished at the time of us recording this. Wow. Time.
Yeah. We are looking into the void of the future, the unknown.
Yes.
With a big smile, a big horny smile on our face in a normal way.
Yes.
We're like that into the future. Okay.
We're so cheesed.
I don't know if you're using that right, but sure.
Also, we're weak. Yeah, I thought, wouldn't it be fun to reference something that people are going to be like, huh, what is he talking about weeks from now?
Yeah.
Anyway, here we are. It's going to be a special episode. Special how, Bill? What's this episode?
We're going to be talking about the new album, Keep the Change, Rav, Kill Bill the Rapper. First duo collaborative thing since the Solar Flare EP. Debut, because New Moon was a mixtape. This is an album. This is a self-produced album. Keep the Change is just the only people who produced on this album are Rav, myself, and then also Square did some production on Bad Ending, but pretty much all EXO produced.
Yeah, not pretty.
I like it. I love the album. I love how it turned out. Me personally, I'm very excited for people to hear it. I hope people hear it and go like, wow, they really snapped on this one. Wow, buddy, they really snapped.
You really snapped.
The average EXO listener sounds like that, right? Probably.
Yeah, they'll be like, I really love that lo-fi sound. That's what they sound like.
Yeah. No, let's talk about the album then. Let's get into the nitties and the gritties.
Talk about the album? What else do we want to do besides, how do we want to talk about the album? Do we want to maybe do some live commentary over the album?
Yeah,
We'll do a little listening party on this episode because the music's ours. No one's going to DMCA us unless we decide to DMCA ourselves for some, 3D chess reasons.
That would kind of be a power move, right?
Yeah. I don't know what we'd achieve with that, but it feels powerful. So we could do that. I propose we listen to the album and sort of do live DVD style, director's commentary type shit. Like, yes, oh yeah, I remember this part. Yeah,
yeah. That's what they do on commentary.
Yeah,
they do. I remember this part.
They'd be like, oh yeah, no, me and the boys were just cutting a real sharp cheddar at this time, and then Jimi Hendrix walked into the studio and he was like, oh, what's that in the fucking air? Is that cheddar? I said, you better believe it. You better believe it, Jimmy. And later that night, let's just say let's just say we made a couple hit singles, records that would go on to, like, you know, change the world. Anyway, I miss my wife. Oh, the snare sounds real fun on this song. I'm sorry.
That's good, man. That's good. You're no.
You know what? I hope you're not gonna be angry when I tell you this.
I mean,
the codeine has kicked in.
Oh yeah, I am a little upset.
It's okay. It's okay. You are,
dude. Imagine telling someone like, "I hope you're not angry. I relapsed." It'd be like, honestly, I'm really upset. It'd be like, it's okay. It's okay.
Just for the record, I'm not relapsing. I'm taking it for wisdom tooth that's growing. Not recreationally.
Oh, hold on. I want to say this. We tried to record this episode yesterday and we had like every single thing that could possibly go wrong, including Rav being high as shit.
I don't know if that's a wrong thing.
Yeah, you're right. You were a little disoriented in a good way.
But this time we're oriented. Let's reorientate. Let's go around.
I'm so orientated right now, dude. You don't understand how orientated I am.
You know what an orientator is? It's like an Oreo inside a potato.
That's good, man. That's good. I can't wait to hear like these kinds of comments on the album. Like, you know, like I'll be like, yeah, man. So like we tried really hard for this part to be like kind of like a, you know, like we wanted it to be like real gritty. So we did this with the mixing and you're just like, man, isn't it weird that like tomato, potato, tomato, but it's not potato? Like
true.
It is so weird.
Bad. All right, let's also, we can talk about the merch. We could talk about the some of the promo materials. Some of the stuff ain't even ready, like the claymation at the time of us recording this, so we're not going to be able to review that or react to that on this episode. But everything that we can, why not cover it?
For sure, right? For sure. Well, first of all, if you're listening to this right now, you should go over to EXOCIETY.net and then, sign up for the mailing list, cop some things for you and your partner, loved one, your father, your estranged father that hasn't talked to you in a long time. Get him.
Strange, strange father.
Yeah. Yeah, your weird ass dad. Yeah, get him a Bill and Rav CD. Honestly, they'd love it. I feel like, well, honestly though, we did put a lot of effort into the merch and all the designs and stuff, and I feel like you snapped, especially like the lighters and shit. Like all that shit looks like so fucking sick. Like Yapiko did really great with the art. For the shirt, who did the design for the CD again?
So the cover art is by Metaflix.
Okay, yeah.
And the design of the CD case is by your boy.
Oh, in-house, you say?
Like the back, for instance. If you take a look at it at the back, right?
I'm
at the back of the CD.
Looking at it.
It's like, it looks like a serial killer put it together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and guess who that serial killer was?
Me.
Yay.
Oh, but it took me so long. It doesn't look very impressive, right? But it took me so long to do it. And you can recognize some of the letters from different newspaper titles, perhaps. You might recognize them. So, yeah, there's that. And then the inside of the CD case, it's like just a bunch of smoked king palms.
Yeah.
Palm roaches.
Which were that was actually your palm roaches, yeah. Yeah,
I just took a picture outside. Like I had a lot of them, I guess, saved up. I smoke, I did the calculations the other day. So there's 5 packs, 7, 35, 70, 10, 4. Okay, I smoke over, let's just say somewhere between 100 and 200 palms a month, right? So it was like pretty easy, but I liked how close it looked close up. So anyway,
yeah, for
enough
sure.
of glazing myself.
Yeah, it's a fire visual. Also, like before we get into the actual album, like listening to it and kind of doing commentary, like there are some stuff that like I wanted to bring up. Like I like going into this album because this is the first time we've done a collaborative project where it was just me and you since Solar Flare, and that was like what 2019, something like that.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Yeah. Which is insane now to think about. But like, I don't know, like a lot of shit has like happened in our lives. Like a lot of like growth has happened. Like we've just like matured as naturally through growing up and stuff. And like our sensibilities for sounds and stuff have changed, you know, in my opinion, for the better. But like one thing I was nervous about was like when we were putting it together that I was afraid that this was going to be like such a like different album from like New Moon and Solar Flare, particularly New Moon, because that was like such a popular one. Like kind of like a cult classic with people. And we wanted to go into it not making New Moon 2. And I think a lot of people, I was worried going into it that a lot of people would be just expecting that and maybe disappointed if they didn't get that. And then as we continued working on it, I was just like, oh, like this is sick. Like this is like something special. Like it really feels like a special album, and I'm really proud of it. I really love how it turned out. I listen to it a lot when like I be working out and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like it's got like a high energy, like in your face.
It's a great album
on.
to work out to for sure.
For sure. Like everybody that I've sent it to now, like just like friends and stuff, have been like, yeah, I just listened to this at the gym. It fucking slaps. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Okay, this is a good gym album. That's sick. But yeah, like I think that like having all those anxieties of people's expectations kind of melting away as I went on, when I realized like, oh, this is like different and special and cooler. In my opinion, is like a way better album,
for
like
sure.
A night and day difference. But
oh yeah,
like
for sure.
I know that that's like one of those fan favorites that people like latch onto, but I really feel like this is like it. I really like this album.
Yeah, same.
So
it's interesting. We'll see how people react to it. It's so funny that this comes out when people will have already had a reaction, at least an initial one.
For sure. You can see how right or wrong we are in real time.
Yeah. What is the worst case scenario? Let's think of the worst case scenario.
I mean, I feel like the worst case scenario is that like it's so bad that someone kills us. Like someone's like, oh, I hate this album so much. We have to. And then they just kind of like do like a like a John Lennon kind of thing, you know? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So if we're alive during this, then I guess we've dodged the worst case.
Does the worst case have to be us dying?
I mean, someone else could die.
Yeah.
I feel like death has to be involved.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
War breaks out.
We start a war?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Album comes out, war breaks out.
And then what?
Or best case scenario, we'll put the album out, world peace is achieved.
That is a best case scenario. Yeah. I think world peace is right around the corner. I think we got this. We got it on lock. People are gonna hear this and be like, you know what? This war stuff is stupid. Yeah.
You are now tuning in to Void FM.
4050 deep, why don't you turn around and let's back it into the table. Okay. Let this turn around to your right. Set up. Forward. I just made him. Alright, let it. Walk around it. I just denied that field if you pick up the main I don't want to go into the spot if I can afford it. That's right. Let them get a view from there and I'll see what the field of view looks like.
All right, Bill, are you ready to do the thing that we do?
Oh yeah. You know I'm ready.
But you did say you wanted to 3-2-1 it.
Yeah, of course. Like back in the day, how we used to do on like Discord and this, like, even in Skype days, when we would just say we would get like 30 people in the call back in the day, and then the calls got bigger and bigger and bigger to where it was like, hey, everyone, 3, 2, 1, go, and then we would all just click at the same time. You know, let's do that again.
Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm down.
Yeah. All right. On you or on me?
On you.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Your vocals sound so fucking cool on this part, bro. Like,
thank you. Is this your first time actually being able to see my lyrics?
No, I read them before. I did read them before. Yeah. That bass sound is so crazy.
Thank you. It is.
This whole song just makes me think of like Tony Hawk, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, like even like old like Attitude Era wrestling like clips. Like that'd be so sick. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Billy, how you get so good? Still bending down the block, still smoking.
Such a great entrance.
Thanks, man. I wanted to bring people back, keep people up to speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear they counted soldiers in the trenches, send them back to the barracks. And it was summertime, we're going to post it up beside the English lot, smoking on some shit to make the fat lady sing stop. Yeah. Young Anna when the flash tag told me go for broke. I could gamble with the best. Jack 8 with the ammo to the chest. What's the drop? Screaming fuck what you thought. I was plus on block, man. It's the foot to the trachea. Hooked in the mania. Could've played it straight, but the joke looking tastier. Not a fan of Earth. Found a home in the moon. Screaming EXO to the motherfucking tune.
A lot of great bars.
Thanks, man. I also love that like slidey effect you did with the mix at the end of the verse. Like everything feels like you're like sliding down, like with the reverb and shit. It's really nice. Yeah, you killed the mix on this song, dude. I love it.
I appreciate it, man.
Hell yeah.
Clutch.
It's one of the more insane beats. I love it. I got one too many devils on my shoulder. Folding clover, fuck around. I'm pushing a bootleg in my soda. I don't know your boy got back in the cockpit. Happy to cast on the sack on the drop kid. You don't know anything. Smoking that shit got me doing it. It's fuck. Got me throwing the bows, but the boys better duck.
You ever be sharing cones with an eclectic shorty?
Wait, what?
You ever be sharing cones with eclectic shorties?
Of course, dude. I can't stop. That delay is nuts.
I love how the hook sounds.
Yeah, me too.
Shout
and that
Square
just like
for the mix.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, Square killed the mix on this for sure. Also, like that bass sound you use, that I know, yeah, it's like that OP1 one, but it sounds like those old school like dubstep, like Reese basses, not dubstep, drum and bass, like
yeah, like an acid bass almost. Or something.
Yeah. tell the truth, we never left the shit is home. The only motto is to fuck it up, finesse it till it's gone. Fuck it, it's live. Daggers are rough in the spine. Don't even touch it, it's mine. Staying in the back of the line for the what ifs. I ain't got time for the fuck shit. Fuck it, come on, bro. Look where the bullets when I come. I don't kill me, bring I come. I'm gonna keep stay on, go. You find me some more, I don't come. Stay hitting palm leaf, pump the speakers here. You really do stay hitting the palm leaf. Card. Push a hater, won't pay regard. Can't do shit, never pray to God. Your mama love my amazing cross on the power flow. How I can't judge on this shit right here, put it in the heart. You can taste blood, how the flavor raw. Hit a fucking monster. What I want when I fire a well. Never try to conform to inspire a pair. No aspire to perform, not aspire to sell. Rather lie, listen, cause you never lie to myself. This is such a hard bar.
Thank you. This makes me think of like racing.
Yeah.
Like street racing or something, or like Sonic,
sure.
or I don't know, like something fast and dynamic.
Yeah, it makes me feel like 120 frames per second, F-Zero, like fucking, or like
yeah,
like some kind of like Sega racing game, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Over, man. Better luck next time.
Boom, boom.
Hell yeah, I love this beat so much.
Oh, thank you.
Boom, boom.
None of you motherfuckers get on my nerves as much as you. This is one of the first songs that we wrote fully, right?
Yeah. This was like such a fun song to make.
Yeah, super cathartic.
Crime about you missed the old rap shit, you dumbass, I ain't deleted. I miss when you wasn't whining and seething. Go listen to lo-fi beats to study too, boy. I ain't appeasing your lame ass, I have no reason. Don't fuck with the new shit, don't buy it or peep it. Like it, don't keep it. I'm popping long, we lit. Still doing it like I don't need it. What you thought this was, you the protagonist or something. And I'm your OST composer. What a fascinatingly asinine assumption. Wake the fuck up, baby kicks, it ain't like that. Razor blazing my dialect. Paper chasing them my back.
Talk your shit, King.
Pushing buttons, you keep pushing buttons. Maybe if you push harder, it will finally do something for real. Why do you keep bugging this up? Out of people's stomach, you're coming. Do the let's go stand more kills. Do you want this for real?
I don't know nothing about nothing, but I know some shit that you don't wanna hear. Stop hitting my line, we ain't homies, it's weird. Coming at you live and your lonely as fear. I ain't fucking with your fake ass. Stuff somewhere in the middle, ass takes the ass. Just wanna say record, I won't make ass. Fan in quotation, a man of my word, you're a man in a basement. I bet you so good you was cramming your face in. Fucking just man up and face it. I ain't a fan of that fake shit. Don't need your hand for the basics. I was grinding all winter time. Where was you, homie? Tell the truth to him. Run them Douglas pimp, give me mine. Did doing 20 in the 55. I'ma ride slow. I mean, yeah. Is it high, low? What's the mix?
Bro, I want to start a mosh pit to this song.
Yeah.
Bro. I can't wait to do this shit live, dude.
I know, dude. That's what I'm thinking too. All these songs are gonna be so fucking fun.
Yeah. Like, I want a full-on push pit, like, people doing, like, roundhouse kicks in there. You know what I mean? Like,
And I'll find you a dick you can
Pushing buttons, you keep pushing buttons. Maybe if you push harder, it will finally do something for real. Why do you keep bugging this up? Out of people's stomach, you're coming. Do the let's go stand more kills. Do you want this for real?
Again.
Whoa, what a nightmare.
again.
Dogma.
Yeah.
What about Cat Paw? What about
Exactly,
Cat Paw?
yeah. No one thinks
Dogma.
about Cat Paw, you know?
Dogma nuts.
This was like a super fun beat to make.
This beat is crazy.
Thank you.
I seen this place before. Forward and back with the pegs don't.
I sampled some really cursed, obscure shit for this.
It's something you wanted, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Don't start it, I'm shitting on you. They told me they knew me, the fuck do you mean? I would die before I get to know you. One step, step. Wiping the mud from my shoes. Don't give a fuck if this cool. Homie, there's blood in the pool.
Yeah, we were going for like a really like tribal, like celebrating the rebirth and the death of your old self. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let it spark. Burdens hold their hands up in the dark. Said I'd never come back to your grave. Guess our fate was channeled in the stars. I don't believe in seconds, feel the play. I leave a map of you up in my scars. Running my tongue along the thinnest blade. I saw the truth of you up in my cars. Every day I feel them wiggle. One chamber to another chamber, counting blood stains on the sickle. Growing from one vein to a trickle. Tell them what I seen this place before. Forward and backward.
This beat really makes me want to dance.
Yeah.
While you crying a corpse, I'm like, fuck it, I'm free.
It feels like you're like stumbling on a ritual you shouldn't be seeing. Yeah. It's like a big fire and people are just dancing around it.
100%. Shouts back Prince.
Yeah, Backprince absolutely murdered
vocals.
this. She killed it.
She killed it.
This is also an excuse for me to use Jersey Club drums.
Eyes, jaw, teeth, grind, knees, buckle, roll, one hit, one.
Your flow is insane here.
Thank you, man.
Liberate us, we up, yo.
How it like slides in to the
Yeah.
up yo, like, and then it's like more like traditional after that. It's
Yeah.
sick. It's so sick.
Thank you,
dude.
man.
Fire like a slow conveyor. Shed my skin and parade my new coat. Arteries drawing fresh blast from force of habit when I'm letting you talk. But I don't listen, I project laughter. You be at my feet. Harvesting fragments of feelings in me, not appealing to me. Stay keeping my dick in your teeth. Forward and backward, no missing a beat. We don't chase shadows, we cast it. Pass the right sense, they keep dancing. Watch them tower over your domain. Heartbreak beats leave chasms. This is ritual. Out with the old and in with the new. It's more than a song or a visual. This what we do. Kill, burn, snuff, dust, mourn, laugh, wake, shake, rise, stretch, grow, stand, hunt, fight, feast. This kill, burn, snuff, dust, mourn, laugh, wake, shake, rise, stretch, grow, stand, hunt, fight, feast. Dance.
So hard, dude.
So good. I fucking love that.
We got Rare AKUMA.
So what's the deal?
Hey, you made this beat.
I did, yeah.
What are we doing here?
Vocal mix on this is stupid too. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bars on this are so funny.
Pressure.
This that gulag, grab your mama boo bar. This is what I do, bro. I won't pay for Disney, I won't get money to Puma. I keep making moves, bro. Y'all keep making rumors. Frankly, it's embarrassing. Frankly, you're a Hutin. That cause I am moolah. Mad that I look Hutin. That cause you know you, mom. Mad I ain't like you are.
Too far.
Way too far. No matter where you go.
Me and Mitch were talking about this the other day. How many Your Mama jokes do you have on this album? You have like at least 3 or 4, right? Like,
I think so, yeah, 3 or 4.
yeah, I think this is an all-time high for you on Your Mama jokes.
I really leaned into it.
Yeah. You either shun it or you lean in. There's no.
It's like
in the
toilet
middle.
humor. It's evergreen.
Yeah, for sure.
Gang smoke strong style of the 50 that never was, is, or will be a world where you fucking with me. It's some demons in my corner, cuz shooters Chris Dorner dub.
The way you
I had to
ride
have
the
a-
beat is so good.
Oh, thank you so much. I was gonna say too. I had to have a Chris Dorner bar. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course you did.
Out 1,000 pouches, I made them bounce, I make them bounce again. These rappers sound like B.O.B. back in 2010. Young Balls, my homie.
Shout out Balls Mahoney.
Can I call you Young Balls?
Yeah, call me Young
short.
Balls. Yeah.
Walk it like I talk it, slick as fuck, but I ain't slipping. Pimp is 187, get you in. I wonder what the difference is. I'm in it rent free.
Yeah, all the delay you put on this is so pleasant. You killed that
thank
shit.
you.
Or the kaiju climbing carnivore. I'm
Yeah, I love this
keep
verse.
talking like it's different.
I love this song.
Yeah, me too. We considered making this the single at one point.
A lot of people that I spoke to, that I showed, said initially that they wanted that this could be a great single. But we felt like it wasn't the best representation of the album overall, and that we wanted to come out the gate more like dick swinging.
Yeah, I also feel like this is like the closest to like a normal, like not stereotypical
Classic Bill and Rav.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
This part. Should we say where we got this from?
Nah, let people have fun.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's a really funny source though. This is Golden Gold. I like this one a lot.
Oh yeah. One of the earliest beats I made.
Yeah.
Started working on the, and then you finished it.
I didn't do too much, but I did some things.
I want too many strikes, I'm not the luckiest. I can't just trust the flow of time no more. I got to fuck with it, but visions of demise grow more pervasive than their playback. There's better things to do than look for hatred in the haystack. Pass it back and forth, I'm at the court of your opinion. Battle waxes slapping poison at its courts. Your dominion just to fly against the wall. I found a maggot in your mouth. Remember, only backstabbers keep a dagger in the house. You took a gift horse and tried to blast it in the mouth. Left me picking up the pieces that were splattered on the ground. I'm on my fuck everybody.
Crazy verse.
Thank you so much, man.
It's one of my favorites off the album.
Yes, club up in the Lucy, seeing specters in the smoke. Y'all got me fucked up, applying pressure in the quotes. I hope you learned your lesson, and the lesson is as gross. I bet you'll never see success in this unless it is a ghost.
So, as I was saying before, there are a lot of really amazing things about the internet. But as with everything else, it's not completely perfect. Do you think the internet is dangerous? A place for everything, everything in its place.
Burn shit down for the fragrance. Why not? Who gon' stop you? Not me. When every breach is ash up on your fingers.
So cool.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
But maybe I just wanna watch. Maybe I could say I tried to stop you.
I think it was the first hook that might have been finished on the album.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
You know, do something regrettable, it's tough. You find yourself facing dilemmas and addressing the corrupt. I try to turn to my heroes for direction with the stuff emotions best banished forever or just swept under the rug. Disappointed, had to work on drafting my own blueprint. Approaching it with care, the public eyes erase each movement. Emotions gather in pursuit of cloud, attain through cruelty. Discarding no humanity and thriving out for amusement.
This is such a dope verse, dude. You killed this verse.
Received vengeance disguises accountability. Scouring for hypocrisy without any humility. No self-awareness, but an awful loss of energy. I feel bad for most of you. Talking till your fingers bleed. Screaming till you lose your voice, but your problem isn't me. Plead your army, I can't absolve you of your misery. No can you rob me or resolve or throttle my integrity, so
burn shit down for the fragrance. Why not? Who gon' stop you? Not me. When every breach is ash up on your fingertips, you find a comfort in the darkest thoughts that you can linger with. But maybe I just wanna watch. Maybe I could say I tried to stop you. Maybe you're a grown-ass man and you deserve everything you get.
We should put burn shit down for the fragrance as part of the description for the lighters, maybe.
Oh, that's a good idea. Y'all just saw a possible idea.
Yeah,
happen in real
form.
time. Yeah.
Hey yo, I've been on sapping energy, run the.
This is one of my favorite verses from you ever.
Oh,
like
thank you.
ever. The flow switch and stuff is so sick.
I really appreciate that.
We ball, my dude, this ain't no pain bomb. Chase the west, wanna seal my blood. Niggas keep
gonna go off live.
Oh, for sure, dude.
And the way your verse comes in.
Oh yeah. That's my favorite part of my.
That's gonna go off live.
I need 3 more strikes. I got froze in the pack. 18s on the wheel. Tell your man see shit that's worth the bank. Roll the scope, look like Kane.
That's worth
I love that line.
Yeah, for sure, dude. R.I.P. Bankroll Fresh, bro.
Also, shouts 57.
Oh yeah, dude. Deep Bill lore.
Yeah, deep
yeah.
Things on the white wall ties, you bought it, it's coming from me. What do you see in this? Potential these instruments be in it. Instrumental, you not touching me in this. It's simple as follow through to an end game. Who you talking to? I'm not stopping you. If it's in your brain or sitting in your chest, I want it in my ears and we can see who pressed. 45 in the bucket, fuck it. Xbox, you gon' suck it. Put another gold grill in my budget. Slime at a broken ceiling, I'm buzzing. I got no sense. Foes on it, blue inside.
Put another gold grill in my budget has been stuck in my head
Oh, for real.
for a long time. I don't know why that
one,
bar.
dog. After this album drops, I'm getting a new one.
I'm gonna get a gold
Decided.
grill just to cosplay you.
You know what I think would be sick? If you got one gold tooth.
Oh yeah.
That shit would look. That shit would go the fuck off, dude.
I might try that. That's cheaper too.
It's way cheaper. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs on the record for sure.
Same.
Oh, I like this one too.
I love this one.
My face from every corner that I cherished.
This is the oldest beat. We made this beat 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm glad we finally got to use it.
For sure. Did you use part of this beat on Cognitive Exotica, didn't you?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
right.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
My thinnest strips won't grimace if it hurts. His trucks is fading with the presence. Look too hard at
I love that.
Oh, thanks.
around me. I've been harvesting for years. See, I've been drinking this on Monday. You don't wanna know the time. I'm ignoring all the homies. If I'm lying, then I'm dying. I'm like one step away from discontinued discounted. Understanding your decision. If you wanted a discussion, let me tell you what this isn't. What you want.
Discord.
What you want from Discord?
Oh, you fucking should be grateful you had the profit in the worst way. All of that said, I'ma say it. I seen some shit that you wouldn't believe. Was it a gun to your head or a knife to your throat? I'm like, homie, you couldn't just leave. I've been up counting these scars on my psyche, thinking there isn't much room for another. I'm done trying to cover for you. I got enough bruises to cover. Face my way.
I can't like if anybody's listening to this that does AMVs, like if you do an AMV to this song, it has to use Perfect Blue. Like it has to. Like
For sure.
yeah.
Agreed.
I keep slipping in this house. I let my skin show, now you sifting through my scraps. It's like I want it, I don't want it, but you think I want it. I live inside your fantasies, I live inside your wallet.
Give him a hand, they'll take your torso. Misunderstand your stance, you're so scarred. I won't trust, man, I won't endorse. One took the slide like in poker roll, so they will check it. They so resourceful, they'll demand your remorse and remorse for the strength you have, and then hoard each morsel. Contact whack, but enforce your cordial. All the way on me, not on you. All the fate, all the name calling out. Far from risk, calling the fate if y'all want to. Heartless, harboring native stickers, marmalade. You've grown so cold with this shit. What you just prone to dismiss. Moving with reckless abandon. No, I ain't posing the risk. Never demanded your ear. Grateful you gathered around. I keep on letting you near, but you keep on letting me down. Boundaries.
The flow here is crazy.
Profession oftentimes depends on the highly detrimental tragedies. Balance seems simple enough in theory, but in practice it always feels out of reach. I don't wanna get too close ever and can't reclaim, but I can get out for me.
Face my window, keep on clicking. I hear tap. Collect the info, save my image. All these tracks. Like I want it, I don't want it, but you think I want it. I live inside your fantasies, I live inside your wallet. From the minnow, I keep slipping in this house. I let my skin show, now you sifting through my scraps.
This is such a cool song.
Yeah, I this is one of the ones I'm more proud of on the record for sure.
Live inside your wallet.
Like it's like I can't think of many rap songs that have like this type of beat, you know?
Yeah.
What drum machine did you use for that again?
I used mostly the Korg Voxel or whatever, like the drum one, the one where everyone said the snare is shitty. Everyone hates it because of the snare.
Yeah.
That little machine can pump out some great sounds. That bass.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Everyone hears one bad snare or one like snare they don't like.
Yeah. Oh, which is great because it drove the prices down, so you could get
exactly. You could swoop in, yeah. Oh, okay, Bad Ending. This is the first song we did on the whole thing.
True, first song we finished because we recorded it last year. The start of last year.
We did it in Austin with
Square Spot. Yeah.
We just like made the beat there, and
back when he lived in Austin still, yeah.
Pulling on the clock for time, I was sure I'd find the moment to scale my fucking spine and grab the wires I'm controlled with. Promised to myself I wouldn't come.
I was like in the darkest place at the time.
Yeah, this
was very necessary.
This is before I forced you to live with me because I was worried about you.
I really appreciate y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Doors to welcome victims of morale. My thinking's out of bounds. Clip through the floor and still falling. Take a look at me now, Mom. Phil Collins. Another day in paradise for a wretched parasite. Petrifying when I share. Please don't stare into my.
This is such an interesting song, like from a sonic perspective.
For sure.
We're already gone. This arc deadly. Discard self-esteem. Call my mom, but don't nobody wanna hear me like an R. Kelly song. I made a promise to myself I couldn't keep. I met a lot of eyes that now won't look at me. I move around the planet, still my footing weak. The man with eyelashes made a crook.
It's one of my favorite bars.
Brain and rodent body. When I die, study the brain and don't make copies. But for now, I'm in my domain, calmly rotting, looking like a walking cold case, probably. Arrows wrap around my neck. One false move and I'm bound for death. And as the seconds fly by, I'm trying to count what's left. And I can never take back what I lost back then.
What's interesting to me is like this album, because this song doesn't have any drums. Well, there is some like little building stuff, in the background, but like no traditional drums.
Right.
And I think that like the way that Square mixed it with the delays gives it movement to where it doesn't feel like boring.
Yeah.
To me,
for sure.
like it feels like it feels psychedelic and strange.
For sure.
And, yeah, it's
like revisiting the scene of a crime almost, but like vibes wise,
Yeah.
It feels haunting, kind of. I don't know how to describe it.
It feels like showing up at the scene of the crime that you don't know why you're there, and they're like, "Hey, sir, why are you here?" And you just say vibes.
It's like the beat sounds like the moment you realize that this thing you felt comfortable and okay all along has been sapping and killing you and everyone around you,
Yeah.
And it's the moment like you turn over your shoulder and you're like, this thing has been killing us all along and it's too late. You realize what it is, but it's too late.
Square's verse on this might have my favorite bar on the entire album, actually. Yeah.
Yes, I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
Been rocking the same outlook since
he needs to update his Outlook app.
Praying for life sins, same time too afraid of displaying the right sense. Or laying down alone and just taking it right then. Been a coward from the start, so I cater to my lens. Focus don't matter, can afford it, I might cringe. Been courting my own lies, stay fastened to my whims.
This is your favorite line, the Mike Pence line.
I can't wait for people to like take that out of context.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Mike Pence. It would be Square.
Never being happy in my skin.
Here, it's coming up.
Facts don't really matter to a figment. The trash that survives us all will define our existence.
So good.
With the quickness, my purpose ain't your business. Some surface level interests and personal intentions. It hurts when I don't understand the
This feels like the same energy of like reports of a possible kidnapping if it was like
but the EXO
somber,
version.
yeah, like
because
somber
it's
and
super
sad,
depressing. Yeah.
Apparently there was another can of worms. This part's crazy. That like feedback.
Shout Square.
Yeah, Square absolutely murdered that shit.
That was a fun beat to make together.
Oh yeah, dude.
Final song.
I love this song so much. Shout out Hatsune Miku, you know?
Shouts Queen Miku.
Yeah.
Blast the skin with the twisted fingers. It's only temporary. Automation, talk to automation. Get the talk and flavor, then you getting buried. When the sun overpowers the father, you joining the hunt through 1,000 imposters. What is the difference? Can you spot the difference? Sorta. I don't know. Something uncanny, something I can't really verbalize. I don't know. It's all in the hands, something inside the averted eyes. I don't know. I can't really pin it. It's harder and harder to tell these days. I don't know. And if I don't know, it's something I can get that should help me say 1, 2, step 3, 4, 5. These feet feel obsolete. $sign. What is the bottom line to a mouth to feed? Ain't no rewind. Please mind is for life when it's out, it's free. Stare it down off the balcony. Line up a line, this is alchemy. Say 1, 2, step, we all die. Count the odds, it ain't adding up. Making a man in an image, but what is the image? It's stuck around after us. Lines over lines, they told me time over time. They told me what is the point of a corner to cut when the crown of your head is anointed with dust. Say,
I feel like
insane verse.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I feel like it's also like it felt really cool to rap about like because the song's about like unethical AI art like so it's like fun to like tell me who you are. Like I really didn't want to like just come out and I wanted to be as esoteric as possible in my verse. You know what I mean? Like
it's beautiful.
Yeah, I feel like yours is more direct in a way that needs to be done. Your verse, this is a great way to end the album, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Now behold the shocking contents that could work to streamline output, serving your chaotic conscience. Pick apart the pixels, disassemble every wave, yield the flimsy reconstruction of a mediocre grade. Rebuild it, destroy it, fix it. Every iteration more efficient and convincing with proficiency to imitate believable precision. And the lesson while the masses will point out the core deficiency. Listen to the forest for the truth of its to be utility. We felt to wrestle with the truth of our faded fertility. The proof is in the pudding, watch the fox move.
All that build.
Keeps improving. World society gon' change. We're witnessing the birth of stuff that won't get tired, won't complain. We'll shrink in expenses and growing profits for the rich. More redundancies world over with new prompts from the abyss. So now it's real and what's fabricated. Paranoia's exacerbated. Narratives distorted, public aggravated, dilapidated. We'll oppose it until we know, and its role is certified. History repeats itself, somehow getting worse each time.
Yeah, that's like insane. That's like every time I've showed this verse to people, like it's like they light up. Every time, dude. Every time they're like, oh, like you know what I mean?
Thank you, man. That means a lot.
Tell me who you are. Rabbit. Tell me who you are. Rabbit. Tell me who you are. I might lose my soul if I come with you down this hole.
And shout out Square for mixing this song too.
Yeah.
He killed it.
Well, I think part of what makes your verse so captivating is the mix too.
Yeah,
because
100%.
of like the backing vocals and stuff. It feels like it's build. It's so like powerful. Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
There you go. Oh yeah. Yay. We did it. Yeah, we did it. You and I.
Both of us, we did it.
Both of us did it. We defeated. Dude, that's us. Difficulties. And
we overcame.
All the obstacles, dude.
Every single obstacle was toppled. We saved the world. Yeah, those guys, yeah.
And we saved the world.
All the world's problems. We have to give lore on this when it's done here.
And me.
Yeah, back to the...
Back to the basement with you.
Back to the wall. Yeah, but we're also, our back is, we're each other's walls.
Yeah, but we're also off the wall.
Like fans.
You're welcome, world.
Till next time. So, when we recorded this, we had been like working pretty much nonstop together alongside Square to get everything mixed and kind of mastered and finalized and all that stuff. And we thought we were done at this point. And it was at like 3 or 4 a.m. my time. And for you, that was like what, like 10 a.m. or something insane.
Yeah.
Like, and we were both so just like sleep deprived, and not like just that, like we were just depleted. Like
we were,
you know, like when you're working on something and it's a little bit stressful of like, oh, we got to get it. It was like we were just at the lowest energy level possible. And I remember when we were done, we were like, dude, it felt so good, but I was like, I just want to go to sleep. And we just hit record and did this like, yay, we did it.
Well, one take. One take, Jake. We didn't have any script to go off of. We just
did it. You might be surprised to hear that wasn't even written.
Yeah, so, believe it or not, it was improvised. Surely they had staff on call for that, but no, we did not.
No. We didn't have any ghostwriters on that song, that part of the song anyway. I just remember recording it. And like, there was a part of me that was like, oh, let's do like another take. Maybe it'll be better. But I just didn't say anything because I was so tired. Yeah, and I'm just glad we didn't, because it's funny too.
I'm glad we didn't. I thought it was perfect.
The part where the music goes like like starts getting, it's so fucking funny to me, dude. Like, it will never not be funny. Like,
yeah, that's true.
So that was it.
It had to. We couldn't just end on like, oh, everything is just about to suck real bad. Things are bad and they're gonna only get worse.
Yeah.
It felt like there needed to be kind of like, oh shit, we're so deep, we just saved the world. You know, there needs to be a moment like that. That's partially how I saw it.
I feel like there was a subconscious need from both of us to be like, okay, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. There needs to be balance.
For sure. But yeah, that was it. Keep the change. That shit sucked.
Keep the change. Dude.
I hated it.
Dude, isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy? It's like, it's almost as long as a new moon. It's only like 2 or so minutes off.
Yeah.
You know, in length. I don't know, man. I love it. I love this project.
I'm really happy with it.
It also like made me realize, like, man, there's still so many ways in which we haven't made music. Do you know what I mean? Like, exciting ways.
To open up a little bit, I feel like there's like, I go through like phases of this, of like where I won't even say get complacent. I feel like I get bored with music sometimes. Like, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. And there's a part of me that like, I've always like experimented a little bit. You know, like there'll be songs like for example, like All Dungeons No Doors on the last album was like very different from most of the stuff I've ever put out, you know.
Love that joke.
But I think that a lot of people just kind of like know me as like, oh, he raps over like jazz samples and raps about sad stuff, and that's what he does, you know. And like, I think that there's a part of me that's like, well, I got to do stuff that's on brand, and like doing this like made me really feel like, oh shit, like I can kind of do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, so liberating.
Yeah, and then being like, the reason why is because like, fuck what everybody else thinks about it. Like, I think people will like the album, hopefully, you know.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah, like I really hope so. But I also think that like I really like this.
Yeah,
thing.
I'm proud.
And I'm like, this is dope. And it's not like I just want to keep doing like this specific type of thing again, but just knowing that I could just do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, exactly.
And trusting myself to not just do the same thing. You know what I mean?
I would love to like work on another project with you where we challenge ourselves to go with an album that sounds nothing like this one. You know? Maybe go with more like gentle and dreamy kind of soundscapes or something. I don't know, but like, that's what I'm saying. Working on a project like this and having so much fun and it coming together the way it has made me realize that like, oh, holy shit, Playground is larger than I thought. You know?
Yeah, it's been really good for me. Just like my outlook on music and stuff. Like, even if it's like a situation where like for whatever reason like people like aren't as into this album or whatever, like I know like going forward that it's like, oh, I could do anything. You know, like that's super good. I do think people are gonna like it though.
I think so too.
I feel like
usually
it's
don't.
just- yeah.
I usually don't say that, but I do think people will like this. Of course, there's gonna be some people who are gonna be like, "Hey,
Of course, yeah.
where's my lo-fi, girl beat thing?" But I think most people will appreciate what we've done here.
For sure. I think for me, the reason why I think people will like it is because normally I listen to an album, and Full Metal Kaiju was the first album that I made that I could listen to and not like hate after a while, you know?
Yeah.
Like don't get me wrong, I really like Snow Globe Theory, right? But like I think that was like it was more stressful to make, so I was like, oh fuck it, I don't want to listen to it. Whereas like with Full Metal Kaiju, it was like, yeah, I can stomach this. This one I've like returned to and have listened to and been like, oh, like I'm listening to this for like personal enjoyment.
I'm listening recreationally now. Yeah, I've gotten to the point
and-
where I'm recreationally listening.
Exactly, and I feel like that's crazy because like I couldn't do that with New Moon. I couldn't do that with Solar Flare. It was like this feels like some shit that I would just listen to normally, you know?
Yeah. Also, and I know it's not to like, make any promises in the future or anything, but it reassured me that like, not reassured me, but it like confirmed in my mind that we should make more music together.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, oh man, this was so easy. This was the easiest thing. We can turn this out in a week. No, but it's like so much fun.
Yeah.
Like the whole process. And I think we're getting better at knowing how to make the process as fun as possible for us, how to eliminate or delegate the things that would otherwise prevent us from having fun.
One thing that I thought was like interesting and fun about this was like, okay, for example, like me, you, and Square all mixed the album, and it was like everybody pretty much did like roughly the same amount of stuff on the mixes. Like anytime like you'd be like, oh man, I'm looking for like this type of beat, then I would do something like we did with Dogma, right? I'd be like, okay, cool. Like having like that direction and working from it. There's like other stuff too, like from and I didn't really get to say this earlier, but like the way that we wrote it was different than how I normally write, because I normally just like go straight up off of like, oh yeah, like I just start stream of consciousness and then the song tells me what it's about like halfway through it. You know,
you discover yourself like,
but whereas with this one, it was like, what are we writing about? Okay, cool. We're doing a song about unethical AI art usage. Cool. Let's fucking do that. And then like having that pointed thing and like working within the limitations of that, I think pushed me to be better. And I think that's fun.
It's nice. It gives us focus, puts us on the same page. Yeah. I don't know. It was great. It was fun. Also, at no point did it feel like we were forcing our freaky. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people perceive certain things as weird or experimental on here, that may be the case, but it was only because like we were going into this with no limitations in mind. There were other than we didn't want this to sound anything like New Moon. We didn't want this to be New Moon 2. But other than that, there were really no limitations. So we just got to do fun shit. I don't know. It was such a rewarding experience. I would love to do something like that again.
Yeah.
Not
it was
like
fun
this,
as hell.
but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. It was fun as hell. And like, I think that like, it's like, it just came out like super naturally. I think that's the part the part is like, there is like a lot of stuff on it that I would consider like experimental or like industrial or whatever, but it wasn't like we set out. It just kind of happened naturally. It felt like we were just kind of on the same page with it. Like, it was like we were seeing the same colors in our head with the record, you know, like everything was just like, okay, cool. This makes sense. You know, just kind of from the jump.
And it's crazy because we worked together for so many years now.
Yeah.
But never have we worked in this kind of capacity where we work on the beats together so comfortably. And I didn't even really think about it until after the fact. I mean, there were cases in the past, like the Lodge beat, where Square, you and I worked on it. But on this project, there was just a bunch of like sending back and forth and completing things. And it felt like so normal. And I don't know, it's so weird when you do something that you've never done before and you don't question it. It just kind of naturally falls into place.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, everything fit so perfectly, like a glove.
Well, it's kind of funny that you mentioned this to me the other day, how it's like, oh yeah, we haven't really like collabed on beats before too much. But then I kind of thought about it as like, I don't really collab with beats with anyone, really. I
Yeah,
usually just
same.
make beats myself, or unless like we're in the room, you know, or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
like saying like, hey, like maybe we did this, maybe we do that, or like light changes to things,
Yeah,
or like,
exactly.
oh, I'll rework the drums type thing, you know, like nothing crazy though, you know.
Right.
This is the first time that it was in a long time that I was like, okay, cool, let's like, or we were like, let's collab on beats, and
Yeah.
they naturally just kind of came out. Or it would be stuff where it's like you would make the beat and then like I would add stuff on,
Yeah.
like for Golden Gold, for example, because
yeah.
like you had that loop, you had like chopped it up and everything,
Mhm.
and then I just like added stuff on top and effects and stuff like that.
And you
know,
slowed
like,
it down, I think. Or
yeah, I did
as
slow it
well,
down.
There's it was that's why I feel like it's almost like it's you know, you took an idea, you took a fun loop and you turned it into like a really fleshed out thing.
Yeah.
I love the variety of sounds on this project too. To me, it's all cohesive and yet doesn't sound like very one note or very one like mood, you know? And it's funny, like again, we're kind of sucking our own digs here, but I'm pointing it out in terms of like what makes it different to me to certain other projects that I've worked on in the past. Because this is I've never had a project like this. Not
Yeah,
like
neither have
this.
I. You know, I think like I've
Yet it
had,
feels
I feel
natural.
like for me, like having, like for example, like Full Metal Kaiju, like for me that there was like a lot of different sounds on that, but that was kind of like the point. You know what I mean? It's like kind of
yeah.
supposed to feel like you're walking into like an arcade machine, or you're walking into an arcade, and there's stuff going all around.
Arcade machine.
Yeah. Yeah, and you get brain damage, and that's what the album sounds like. No, but it's supposed, like, part of the gimmick of it is like, not gimmick, but you know what I mean? The whole thematic thing is like, oh, like I'm taking you from like universe to universe type thing. Whereas like this has like a varied thing within its own space that what I think is cool about it is like we didn't really set it out for it to be like that. It just did.
No.
And yeah,
there was like a thought in the back of my mind where Cowboy Bebop played a bit of an inspiration, the soundtrack, and I just wanted to have something that like I wanted this album to feel like it could be a cool ass OST to a cool ass video game or anime.
Yeah.
You know, like you could put it behind like some shit. And I feel like there's a bunch of songs on I feel like this is our more AMV-able project. You know, and I'm not just limiting it to anime. It could be anything. It's just this is such a dynamic album. So much movement to it. It feels like it needs motion. So if anyone wants to make your personal videos or do anything with this album, we will not DMCA you. You can use it. You don't even have to credit us until you start making millions of dollars. Then we'll come knocking. But you know, we encourage people to take our stuff and use it. Do you want to use it for your streams, your YouTube videos, animations, whatever it is? Feel free. You're safe. And by the time this episode is out, the album would have come out, and we would have added it to our DMCA free playlist on Spotify as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I think we've covered a decent chunk for this episode. We could sort of return to this in the future once the album's out.
Yeah.
And maybe we could do some sort of AMA situation or something.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Yeah, I would love that. Yeah. I think that'll be a good thing to do, and we can like explore the album further. But like it was kind of cool to like talk about the like a little bit of the like technical, well, not like technical, but like the mixing stuff, and like just kind of give some back and forth on like, you know, making the record and stuff like that. It was really cool.
Yeah. I just it's hard not to go into too much detail about any one thing, but if we do, we won't have enough time on this podcast. That's why I think an AMA would be great, because then we could get people to sort of vote on the kind of questions that they want answered. And I need a question answered, Bill.
What's that?
What can I get on the Void FM Patreon?
Oh man,
If I paid for like, I don't know, let's say if I pay $5.
If you paid $5, listen, for every episode that comes out here on YouTube, you get an extra one. Sometimes they're a little bit longer.
You say here on YouTube, but a lot of people
for every episode here on YouTube, there is another episode behind the paywall on Patreon.
But some people don't watch us on YouTube.
Oh, well, on your streaming platform of choice. For every episode that exists of this show
that is free,
there is another counterpart behind the paywall that you have to pay for, but it is of quality. It is quality content because sometimes it's longer. Sometimes it's more interesting. Who knows, dude? I don't know your life. It's cool. It's neat.
And there's also extra content beyond extra episodes, such as, unreleased beats, unreleased photos, behind the scene thoughts. Mm-hmm. That's what I refer to Bill and Mitch as. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and for $20, what if I wanted to give you $20, Bill? What would happen then?
First of all, that's very generous of you, Mr. Moneybags. However, if you give us the $20, I'll tell you exactly what you get. You get your name or your username at the beginning of every episode while you're still giving us $20 a month. At the beginning of the episode. Sorry.
This is good. No.
At the beginning of every episode, we'll put your name there. It goes ding. Goes your little username. It'll be like, my name's Mr. Pickles Lover 69, and it'll say Mr. Pickles Lover 69 right at the beginning. Also, we have a segment that is bi-weekly, and it is the advice segment. And you can get on the Void FM Discord and ask us any question that is advice. You ask us some sort of advice, and we will answer it. And to the best of our abilities, we're not therapists, but we try our damnedest.
Yeah. So if you want to appear on one of those episodes, you can. And in fact, you could appear on one of the main episodes at the end of the episode when we do the Patreon episode preview portion.
Yeah.
You could show up there. You could be part of our lives. We're literally best friends at that point.
Yeah, basically.
There's
not to get parasocial,
not to get parasocial, but
we'll probably die together.
Yeah. That'll do us part for sure. So, yeah, please consider checking our Patreon out. I think you can just go on voidfm.net, click on the Patreon, and you could scroll and preview some of the content for free. Do a little window shopping before you commit to anything. And just know that your support goes directly towards the show, running the show, feeding Mitch's children.
Mm-hmm. All 6 of them. All 6 of them. They're hungry. Very fat children.
Yes, Mitch, but very hungry.
But yeah, it's like hungry hippos, but they're just obese.
They're hungry.
Children.
They're fat, but not because they eat a lot. They're fat because that's how they have a really strange skeletal structure. But they're actually starving.
It's also a thyroid thing.
Also, it's a thyroid.
Mm-hmm.
Thyroid.
It's a thyroid.
It's a thyroid thing. ...
Yeah. Rav, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm about to piss my pants.
All right. See you next time. Bye.
Bye. Stream the album.
Stream the album. Keep the change.
The following is a preview of this week's Patreon exclusive episode. Available now over on the Void FM podcast Patreon.
You have come to us for advice and perhaps maybe questions pertaining to the album, given that the album just came out.
On the track Dogma, you guys have this part where
the Screamo?
The Screamo shit.
It was our friend Back Prince. She's a fellow rapper.
Are you guys taking a good rest after putting something out?
No, you're making it out to be like you think I'm weird when you know I'm weird. So why the fuck are you wanting? You know I'm weird.